The #1 liver superfood that reverses fatty liver in 30 days. What if I told you that the enticing idea of reversing years, even decades of liver damage in just 30 days with one single food isn't just a simple misconception, but a dangerous and pervasive myth? It's a myth that keeps millions of people feeling sick, tired, and deeply frustrated. More than that, it's like a giant fallen tree blocking the only road to recovery, preventing them from discovering the real, science-backed path to reclaiming their health and vitality. You've undoubtedly seen the sensational headlines and the clickbait videos, haven't you? Eat this and melt away liver fat. The 30-day liver detox that will change your life. It's an incredibly tempting promise, especially when you're feeling sluggish, bloated, perpetually exhausted, and genuinely worried about what's happening inside your body. The idea that one simple trick or one magic food could fix everything is unbelievably appealing. But it's a profound oversimplification, and it's an idea that often profits from your hope and your pain. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on these exaggerated claims to expose the half-truths, the marketing ploys, and the misinformation for what they truly are. We are not just going to talk about what doesn't work. We are going to uncover what it takes to reverse fatty liver, based on actual hard science and clinical evidence. This isn't about some magic pill or an exotic superfood from a faraway land. This is about a blueprint. A comprehensive, science-based blueprint that can empower you to reclaim your liver health and, in doing so, revitalize your entire body from the inside out. The condition we're focusing on is a silent epidemic of staggering proportions. It's called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD, and it affects a mind-boggling number of people across the globe, a considerable percentage of whom have absolutely no idea they even have it. This isn't just a minor health issue to be brushed aside. It's the beginning of a quiet journey on a train that is slowly, silently heading towards a cliff of severe inflammation, permanent scarring, and ultimately, liver failure. But here is the crucial piece of information those clickbait headlines always conveniently leave out, the part they don't want you to focus on. Your liver has a remarkable, almost superhero-like ability to heal itself. It possesses an incredible capacity to regenerate. It can recover from damage, but it's like a superhero who has been tied up. It doesn't need a mythical superfood to do its job. It requires you to untie the ropes. It needs you to create the right environment to do its incredible work. So, if you're ready to finally move past the myths, to stop chasing quick fixes and to discover the truth, stick with me. We quote, going to dismantle the seductive myth of the 30-day miracle cure. In its place, we will develop a comprehensive, evidence-based plan for sustained liver health. We'll explore in detail what's driving this modern epidemic and, most importantly, provide you with a thorough and actionable set of steps that can lead to profound and lasting change. This is the information the online gurus don't tell you because it requires commitment, not a credit card. And it's the absolute key to truly taking back control of your health. The problem: understanding the silent epidemic. Before we can discuss a meaningful solution, we must understand the accurate scale and nature of what we're up against. The problem of fatty liver is far more widespread, insidious, and complex than most people realize. When you hear the term fatty liver, your mind probably jumps straight to one thing: alcohol. And while excessive alcohol consumption is undoubtedly a major cause of liver disease, there's a much bigger, quieter, and more pervasive storm brewing. This is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, and it has exploded to become the most common chronic liver condition in the entire world, rising in terrifying lockstep with the global obesity and type 2 diabetes epidemics. To grasp the seriousness of this, you first need to develop a profound appreciation for just how incredible your liver is. Forget thinking of it as just a simple filter. Your liver is like the brilliant workaholic CEO of your body's entire chemical corporation, expertly managing over 500 vital departments simultaneously to keep you alive and thriving. Picture this command center in your upper right abdomen. It's a metabolic power plant taking all your food and drink and converting it into perfect fuel. It's a sophisticated manufacturing hub, producing the essential bile needed to digest fats and building critical proteins for your blood. It's a secure storage warehouse, holding on to vital vitamins, minerals, and emergency sugar, releasing them precisely when needed. And yes, it's a world-class purification plant, neutralizing and clearing out toxins from your bloodstream. You cannot live without it. Its health dictates your health. So, what happens when this biological powerhouse gets into serious trouble? The story of NAFLD begins when your body is in a state of chronic overload. Think of it like this. Your body has a small pantry for storing sugar that it can use for quick energy. When you eat more sugar and refined carbs than can fit in that pantry, the liver has to deal with the overflow. Through a process called de novo lipogenesis, literally making new fat, your liver starts converting that extra sugar into fat. It's like taking all the extra groceries that don't fit in the pantry and stuffing them into every available closet, hallway, and office inside the liver factory. Slowly, silently, tiny droplets of fat begin to clog the organ's delicate machinery. This early stage is called simple steatosis, and because it has no symptoms, millions of people are in this stage right now, completely unaware. But for many, this is where a dangerous fire starts. The fat-clogged environment becomes a hotspot for chronic inflammation. All that stored fat puts immense stress on the liver cells, injuring them and triggering a constant, low-grade immune response. This is the leap from NAFLD to a much more serious condition, non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, or NASH. Now, the liver isn't just fatty. It's inflamed and actively being damaged. This inflammation is like a fire smoldering relentlessly inside the organ. And what happens when a fire burns for too long? It leaves behind scars. In the liver, this scarring process is known as fibrosis. As the liver desperately tries to heal itself, it lays down tough, non-functional scar tissue where healthy cells once were. Imagine a spider's web of scar tissue growing and spreading, choking the life out of the organ and impeding its ability to function correctly. If left unchecked, fibrosis can progress to the final stage, cirrhosis. At this point, the scarring is so severe that the liver's beautiful, complex architecture is destroyed, like a grand cathedral collapsing into a ruin. Its function is severely compromised, which can lead to liver failure, internal bleeding, and liver cancer. The truly frightening part is how silently this all happens. In the early stages, any warning signs are vague and easy to dismiss. Some fatigue, brain fog, or a dull ache on your right side. People can live for decades with this metabolic time bomb ticking away inside them, completely unaware. That's why understanding the real cause and the real solution isn't just important, it could be life-saving. The myth, the seductive lie of the one superfood. Now that we have a clear-eyed grasp on the gravity of the problem, let's dissect the so-called solutions you see plastered all over the internet. You can't scroll for long without seeing a headline screaming, "The #1 food to cleanse your liver," or "Reverse fatty liver in 30 days with this one simple thing." These claims often spotlight a single food, such as green tea, broccoli, or turmeric, touting it as a miracle cure. Let's use a prevalent example, green tea. It's often hyped as a detox powerhouse. And this is where we encounter the dangerous appeal of the half-truth. The claims are not fabricated out of thin air. There is a kernel of legitimate science underlying the myth, which is what makes it so convincing. Green tea is rich in powerful antioxidants called catechins. Antioxidants are crucial for liver health. Your liver's daily work of detoxification naturally generates unstable molecules called free radicals. In a healthy body, this is manageable. However, in a fatty, inflamed liver, the production of these free radicals escalates, resulting in intense oxidative stress. You can think of oxidative stress as a form of metabolic rust that damages liver cells and fuels the cycle of inflammation. The catechins in green tea are scientifically proven to be excellent at neutralizing these free radicals, helping to reduce that rust and protect liver cells. Some studies even show green tea can help lower liver fat and enzymes. So when you read an article praising green tea, it's not entirely wrong. It is suitable for your liver. But here is where that kernel of truth morphs into a whole lie. The claim that drinking green tea all by itself can reverse years of fatty liver, especially in 30 days, is a complete fantasy. It's an irresponsible oversimplification of a complex disease. Think of it this way. Your house is on fire. It's a full-blown inferno. The fire is being constantly fueled by faulty electrical wiring, your insulin resistance, piles of flammable junk in every room, excess sugar and refined carbs, and someone continually pouring gasoline through the windows, fructose. This is your body on a modern diet. The fatty liver is the raging fire. Now, someone hands you a single glass of water. That glass of water is the superfood, like green tea. Can that water help? Of course. It can put out a few sparks. But can it extinguish the inferno while the root causes are still active? Not. It's futile. Focusing on one superfood is like putting a fancy Band-Aid on a broken arm. It gives people a false sense of security, allowing them to think, I can continue with my current diet and lifestyle as long as I have my daily cup of green tea. This mindset prevents real healing. Your liver isn't an isolated part you can spot treat. Its health is deeply intertwined with your entire metabolic system, your diet, weight, muscle mass, and lifestyle. The truth is, no single food possesses the power to undo the systemic damage caused by years of metabolic dysfunction. The promise of a 30-day fix sets people up for failure and disappointment. When that one food doesn't cure them, they might give up entirely, believing their condition is hopeless. This is the real harm the one superfood myth causes. It obscures the path to real, sustainable recovery. To truly put out the fire, you have to stop pouring gasoline on it, fix the wiring, and clear out the junk. You have to overhaul the entire system. The real cause, what's truly fueling the fire. To tear down the myth of the quick fix, we need to shine an unflinching spotlight on the true culprits behind the fatty liver epidemic. The fire raging in your liver isn't some random accident. Our modern diet and lifestyle are fueling it aggressively. Understanding these primary drivers is the first step toward extinguishing the flames for good. The number one villain, the primary arsonist, is sugar, specifically a type called fructose. For most of human history, fructose was rare. Today, we're bombarded by it from table sugar and high fructose corn syrup, which are in nearly every processed food imaginable. Here's why fructose is a special nightmare for your liver. Think of glucose, the other half of sugar, as a universal currency that almost any cell in your body can use for energy. Fructose, however, is like a foreign currency that only one place can exchange: the central bank, which is your liver. When you flood your body with fructose, it all makes a beeline for the liver, which gets overwhelmed. This kicks that fat creation process, de novo lipogenesis, into hyperdrive. The liver frantically converts the fructose into fat, like a bank teller frantically stuffing cash into every drawer and filing cabinet. Studies show that high fructose diets can significantly increase liver fat. Fructose is a direct, potent fat production signal for your liver. It's like pouring pure gasoline on the fire. But it gets worse. Recent research suggests that excessive fructose consumption can damage the intestinal lining, potentially leading to a condition known as leaky gut. Imagine your gut lining as a high-security checkpoint, keeping toxins safely contained. A leaky gut is like the security guards going on break, allowing bacterial toxins to slip through, travel straight to the liver, and trigger a massive inflammatory reaction. This is a devastating second hit, on top of the accumulating fat. Fructose's partner in crime is refined carbohydrates: white bread, pasta, white rice, pastries, cookies, and most breakfast cereals. These foods have been stripped of their natural fiber. Imagine them as a flash flood of sugar hitting your bloodstream. This sends a panic signal to your pancreas, which releases a torrent of the hormone insulin to manage the crisis. Insulin's job is to act like a key, unlocking your cells to let sugar in for energy. However, when this happens repeatedly, your cells begin to disregard the key. They become insulin resistant. To compensate, your pancreas has to produce even more insulin. This state of chronically high insulin is a disaster for your liver. High insulin directly commands your liver to create more fat and, crucially, stop burning the fat it already has. Insulin resistance is the lock that traps fat inside your liver. Finally, we have the wrong kinds of fats. Pro-inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids from industrial seed oils, like soybean, corn, and sunflower oil, and artificial trans fats. These fats don't just add calories, they actively fuel the inflammation throughout your body, adding even more fuel to the fire. When you combine these three factors, a high intake of fructose, a diet of refined carbs driving insulin resistance, and an excess of inflammatory fats, you have created the perfect storm for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. This is the real complex cause of the fire, and no single superfood stands a chance against this onslaught. The only path to victory is to change the entire metabolic environment with a truly healthy diet. The real solution, the evidence-based blueprint for liver recovery. Okay, we've debunked the myth and identified the culprits. Now it's time for the real solution. The answer isn't one food, but a powerful synergistic dietary pattern. It's a complete shift in your eating habits, a collection of natural remedies that move you away from foods that fuel the fire and toward foods that extinguish it. This collection of evidence-based strategies working together is the key. The most scientifically backed dietary strategy for reversing fatty liver is the Mediterranean diet. This isn't a fad. This is a time-tested, delicious, and sustainable way of eating that has been proven in numerous clinical trials to reduce liver fat, calm inflammation, and reverse insulin resistance. Let's break it down, pillar by pillar, to build your blueprint for liver recovery. Pillar 1. Embrace healthy fats and make olive oil. Your champion. For decades, we were tragically told that fat was the enemy. We now know the right fats are essential for healing a fatty liver. The cornerstone of a healthy diet, such as the Mediterranean plan, is extra virgin olive oil. This isn't just cooking oil, it's a potent medicinal food. It is rich in a monounsaturated fat called oleic acid, which helps reduce fat accumulation in the liver. But the true magic lies in its powerful antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. Think of these compounds as your liver's bodyguards, intercepting the attacks from oxidative stress and inflammation. The goal is simple. Use high-quality extra virgin olive oil generously and replace unhealthy fats, such as industrial seed oils and margarine, with it. Pillar 2. Power up with anti-inflammatory omega-3s. The next pillar is to rebalance your fat intake. Imagine your body has a seesaw. On one side are inflammatory omega-6 fats, and on the other are anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids. The modern diet has an excessive amount of omega-6 fatty acids, which can lead to constant inflammation. Our goal is to bring the seesaw back into balance by dramatically boosting our intake of omega-3s. These fats are potent anti-inflammatory agents that help lower triglyceride levels in your liver. Meta-analyses have demonstrated that omega-3 supplementation can reduce liver fat, certain liver enzymes, and improve blood lipids in individuals with NAFLD. The best sources are cold water fatty fish, such as wild-caught salmon, mackerel, herring, and sardines. Aim for 2 to 3 servings per week. Walnuts, freshly ground flax seeds, and chia seeds are also fantastic plant-based sources. Pillar 3. The Cruciferous Vegetable Crusade. Suppose one group of vegetables deserves a gold medal for its liver health benefits. In that case, it's the cruciferous family, which includes broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, and cabbage. Their superpower stems from sulfur-containing compounds known as glucosinolates. When you chop or chew these vegetables, these compounds are converted into another potent molecule, sulforaphane. Think of sulforaphane as the 5-star general of your liver's defense forces. It activates a master pathway that gives your liver's cleanup and detoxification crews a significant operational boost, helping to neutralize harmful substances. Aim to include at least 1 generous serving of these vegetables in your diet every single day. Pillar 4. Eat the rainbow of immune-boosting foods. While cruciferous vegetables are superstars, the broader principle is to fill your plate with a vibrant variety of colorful fruits and vegetables. Think of this as assembling a team of medical specialists for your liver. Each color represents a different family of protective compounds and phytonutrients that work together to protect your liver from every angle. These are authentic immune-boosting foods because they help calm the chronic inflammation that stresses the immune system and drives the disease. Deep, leafy greens, earthy beets, a variety of berries, onions, and garlic all bring unique flavors to the table. Dark berries, for example, are packed with antioxidants called polyphenols that may help protect the liver from damage. This is where we can strategically bring green tea back into the picture, not as a solo cure, but as a valuable player on a championship team. The key is variety, creating a naturally anti-inflammatory diet. Pillar 5. Prioritize high-quality protein. Protein is essential for rebuilding your liver. Think of it as the new bricks and mortar needed to repair the parts of the liver damaged by the fire of inflammation. It also helps you feel full, which prevents overeating. The Mediterranean approach emphasizes lean proteins, such as fish and poultry, as well as plant-based proteins derived from lentils, chickpeas, and beans. It's just as essential to limit red and processed meats like sausage and bacon, which are linked to worse outcomes in fatty liver disease. Pillar 6. Choose wonderful whole grains. As we have established, refined carbohydrates are a significant contributor to the development of fatty liver disease. The solution is to swap them for whole, unprocessed grains, such as steel-cut oats, quinoa, and brown rice. The key difference is fiber. Imagine refined carbs are like dumping a bucket of sugar water straight into your bloodstream, causing a massive insulin spike. Whole grains with their fiber are like pouring that water through a dense sponge. The sugar is released slowly and controllably, giving your body time to handle it without sending out the panic signals that tell your liver to store fat. The fiber in oats, called beta-glucans, can help modulate the immune system and fight inflammation. Ultimately, all these pillars work together to support the single most effective strategy for reversing fatty liver disease: achieving a healthy body weight. Losing just 10% of your body weight can dramatically reduce liver fat and calm inflammation. This Mediterranean blueprint, a prime example of a healthy diet, promotes natural and sustainable weight loss. Pair this with regular physical activity, and you have created the ultimate environment for your liver to heal. The 30-day question revisited and your action plan. So let's come back to that big question. Can you truly reverse fatty liver in 30 days? Now we can answer that with honesty and genuine hope. Can you completely reverse years of damage, especially advanced scarring, in just 1 month? For most people, no doubt. Imagine a house that is burned to the ground. You can't rebuild the entire house in 30 days. True healing takes time and consistency. But, and this is the incredibly empowering truth, can you make a massive, meaningful difference in 30 days? Absolutely, 100% yes. In those first 30 days, you can clear out the rubble, put out the last smoldering embers, and pour a brand new, solid foundation for healing. Within a month of adopting these natural remedies, you can dramatically reduce liver fat, lower your liver enzymes, and cool the fires of inflammation. You will feel the difference. More energy, less bloating, and a clearer mind. Those first 30 days are powerful proof that this approach works. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Here is your action plan. Focus on these 4 powerful changes. Eliminate the 2 biggest arsonists. For the next 30 days, commit to removing sugary drinks and ultra-processed packaged foods. No soda, no sweetened juices, no cookies, cakes, chips, or crackers from a box. This one step slashes the fructose and refined carb load that is poisoning your liver. Make one simple swap. Replace one processed snack with a whole food. Instead of a granola bar, have a handful of walnuts. Instead of chips, have baby carrots with hummus. Instead of a cookie, have a small bowl of berries. This builds the crucial habit of reaching for nourishing food. Add one powerful thing. Make it your mission to eat 1 large serving of green leafy or cruciferous vegetables every single day. A big salad for lunch, a side of roasted broccoli with dinner, or spinach in a smoothie. This ensures a daily dose of liver protective compounds. Start moving your body. You don't need to run a marathon. Just commit to a 20 to 30-minute brisk walk every day. This simple act makes your cells more sensitive to insulin, helps your body burn fat, and reduces stress. That's it. 4 achievable goals. This isn't about an overnight transformation. It's about laying the permanent foundation for one. It's about proving to yourself that you hold the power to change your health. Conclusion. We started this journey with a tempting but hollow myth, the idea that a single superfood could be a magic bullet for a struggling liver. We dispelled that myth not to take away hope, but to replace it with the truth. The truth is that your liver's health is essentially in your hands. There is no quick fix, but there is a clear, proven path to recovery. The power to heal doesn't lie in some exotic berry or an expensive supplement. It lies in the pattern of your daily choices. It's in the vibrant colors on your plate, the richness of extra virgin olive oil, and the empowering feeling of your body getting stronger. Your liver is an incredibly resilient and forgiving organ. It's like a master craftsman who wants to heal. Your only job is to provide it with the best materials and the right workshop, and then get out of its way so it can do its brilliant work. You now have the blueprint. You possess the knowledge to extinguish the fire of inflammation and rebuild your health from the inside out. This journey is about taking back control. 1 meal, 1 walk, 1 day at a time. If this video helped you cut through the noise and feel empowered to make a real change, please hit that like button. It truly helps this vital information reach more people who are being misled. And make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on more evidence-based health content. Now I want to hear from you. Your commitment can inspire so many others. In the comments below, tell me, what is the one change, that one first step, that you are going to commit to making, starting today? Let's build a community of support right here. Thank you so much for watching. Here's to your health and to the incredible journey of healing that lies ahead.